Let's talk tariffs. Sounds boring, right? Most people tune out when they hear the word, thinking it's just another complicated economic term that doesn't really matter in their daily lives. But tariffs, taxes on imported goods, hit your wallet directly whether you realize it or not. They're not just numbers on a government spreadsheet, they show up in the prices you pay every day. When the US government puts a tariff on, say, foreign electronics, it's not the overseas company that pays. The cost gets passed along the chain until it lands right in your shopping cart. It's you, the consumer, who ends up with a higher price tag. That new phone or TV. Suddenly, it's more expensive, and you might not even know why. The idea? Protect American industries by making foreign goods pricier, so you'll buy local instead. It's a way to encourage shoppers to support homegrown businesses. It's a patriotic pitch. Support US jobs, revive factories, and keep money at home. Politicians love to talk about tariffs as a way to boost the economy and bring back manufacturing. Tariffs have been around for centuries, used to raise revenue or wage economic battles. They've shaped trade wars, built nations, and sometimes even started conflicts. The logic is simple: make imports cost more and domestic products look better. But in reality, the effects ripple far beyond just the price tags. But here's the catch: those costs trickle down the supply chain, landing squarely on your store receipt. Every step, from shipping to stocking shelves, adds a little more. So, when politicians announce new tariffs, they're really announcing higher prices for you. It's a decision that affects millions of shoppers, not just companies. The gamble: will boosting local industries outweigh the pain of pricier goods? It's a balancing act between protecting jobs and keeping costs down for families. Your budget is on the line, and whether this works is a question economists still debate. Some say tariffs save jobs, others say they just make life more expensive. Tariffs sound straightforward, but the real-world impact is anything but simple. The effects can be unpredictable, and sometimes the results are the opposite of what was intended. So, why should you care? Because every time you shop, you're paying the price, often without even realizing it. Tariffs may seem distant, but the impact is right there in your cart. The main argument for Trump's tariffs? Economic nationalism. The plan: make imports expensive so American-made goods become the obvious choice. For struggling US factories, tariffs are a lifeline. Suddenly their products compete on price. The vision: bring jobs back, rebuild industry, and restore national pride. But this strategy assumes America can make everything it needs, efficiently and affordably. Tariffs disrupt global trade, betting that made in the USA will win out. It's a bold move to shift the economic landscape, but it comes with big risks. Let's see how tariffs work in the real world with a simple story that shows their ripple effects. Imagine a Canadian winery that exports its famous ice wine to the US market. American wine lovers enjoy the unique taste, and the Canadian business thrives. Everyone's happy, producers, retailers, and customers alike. Suddenly, a steep 60% tariff is imposed on imported wine. That $20 bottle now jumps to $32 overnight. Faced with the higher price, sales drop sharply as fewer people can afford it. American consumers start looking for alternatives, turning to local options, maybe a California winery instead. The local producer benefits from less competition and sees a boost in sales, at least in the short term. But the real loser? The American consumer, who now faces higher prices and fewer choices on the shelves. Importers, distributors, and retailers also lose out as their business shrinks and jobs are put at risk. Tariffs may help a select few, but they disrupt the livelihoods of many more people across the economy. The policy's intended winner might celebrate, but a whole network of businesses and workers feels the pain. It's not just about two wineries, it's about everyone connected in the supply chain from vineyard to store shelf. In the end, higher prices and fewer options are the real legacy of tariffs, affecting everyday people in ways that often go unseen. The most obvious effect of tariffs? Everything gets more expensive. Suddenly, the things you buy every week, groceries, gas, even your morning coffee, start to cost more than you remember. It's not just a few cents here and there. Over time, it really adds up. Tariffs on basics like steel or aluminum mean higher prices for cars, appliances, even canned food. Everyday essentials and big purchases alike get hit, making it harder for families to stretch their budgets. This ripple effect is called inflation. Your paycheck stays the same, but your costs rise. Suddenly, your money doesn't go as far. and you have to make tough choices about what to cut back on. Most families end up poorer, even if a few industries benefit. The majority of people feel the pinch, while only a handful might see gains. To fight inflation, the Federal Reserve may raise interest rates, making borrowing costlier for everyone. This is meant to slow down rising prices, but it comes with its own set of challenges. That means pricier mortgages, business loans, and government debt. Whether you're buying a home, running a business, or just paying taxes, higher rates affect you. The result? Slower economic growth, fewer jobs, and tighter budgets. Businesses may cut back, and families have to make do with less. Tariffs meant to help can trigger a chain reaction that hurts nearly everyone. What starts as a policy to protect can end up causing widespread pain. It's a classic case of unintended consequences. What seems like a simple fix can spiral into bigger problems for the whole economy. Your wallet feels the squeeze from the checkout line to your monthly bills. In the end, it's everyday people who pay the price for these economic shifts. Tariffs are a double-edged sword, meant to protect but often causing more harm than good. Higher prices and inflation can force interest rates up, slowing the economy. Other countries retaliate, slapping tariffs on American goods, hurting US exporters. Trade wars erupt, markets shrink, and everyone loses. The promise of tariffs is simple, but the reality is messy. A few industries may gain, but most consumers and businesses pay the price. Instead of strengthening the economy, aggressive tariffs risk isolation and disruption. In a global economy, there are no easy fixes, just high-stakes gambles with real consequences.